1. iOS 26. Apple's liquid glass gets frostier in new beta. What's changed? 2. 10 exciting features of iPadOS 26 beta. 3 you need to know. 3. iOS 26 beta 3 revealed. Liquid glass UI, ChatGPT upgrades, and more. 1. iOS 26. Apple's liquid glass gets frostier in new beta. What's changed? Apple's liquid glass design has just undergone a subtle yet significant transformation, adding a touch of frost to its sleek appearance. This recent update, part of the iOS 26 developer beta, has sparked a debate among users and enthusiasts. The change is a response to user feedback, as the original liquid glass design, with its high transparency, faced criticism for making certain elements difficult to see. Apple's solution? Dialing back the transparency, making navigation bars, buttons, and tabs more solid and easier to read. But here's where it gets controversial. While some users appreciate the improved readability, others view it as a departure from Apple's initial, more daring design vision. iOS 26 Beta 3 has completely toned down liquid glass, says Sam Cole from AppleTrack. It feels like a cheap imitation now, and Apple seems to be retreating from their original, bold idea. Many users echo this sentiment, calling for Apple to maintain the unique, glass-like aesthetic they showcased at WWDC. However, it's important to note that this is still a developer beta, and Apple often makes adjustments before a public release. So, while some users might see this as a step backward, others are hopeful that Apple will find a balance between functionality and design. What do you think? Is Apple's decision to prioritize readability over design a step in the right direction, or are they sacrificing their innovative vision? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. 2. 10 exciting features of iPadOS 26 beta. 3 you need to know. Imagine a world where your iPad becomes as versatile as your MacBook, seamlessly integrating into your workflow. That's exactly what Apple is aiming for with the newest iPadOS 26 Beta 3 update. Just weeks after rolling out Beta 2, Apple has released the third developer beta of iPadOS 26, and it's packed with exciting features that could redefine how people use their iPads. If you're wondering why this matters to you, here's the deal. Apple is fine-tuning this software to address some of the biggest pain points users have experienced in the past. For instance, earlier versions were notorious for battery drain and performance hiccups. With Beta 3, Apple claims to be squashing those bugs while also laying the groundwork for visual enhancements based on developer feedback. But here's where it gets controversial. Are these changes enough to convince skeptics that the iPad can truly replace a laptop? One of the standout updates in iPadOS 26 Beta 3 is the introduction of the liquid glass design. This feature isn't just about aesthetics. It's designed to create a smoother transition between devices like Macs, iPhones, and iPads. Think of it as Apple's way of saying your digital life should flow effortlessly across all your gadgets. Sounds great, right? But will it live up to the hype? To support this vision, Apple has introduced a revamped windowing system. Unlike previous iterations like Stage Manager or Split Screen, which many users found clunky, this new system allows you to pin multiple open apps directly onto your home screen. While it doesn't yet offer desktop-like customization options during windowing mode, it's still a massive improvement over older methods. And let's face it, anything that makes multitasking easier is a win. But wait, there's more. Beta 3 brings background task functionality, meaning you can finally export videos or download large files without interrupting your work in other apps. Plus, the Files app has been upgraded to include a list view with resizable columns, making file management feel almost desktop-like. In its quest to turn the iPad into a productivity powerhouse, Apple has also added a brand new preview app. This tool allows users to annotate PDFs, edit images, and even sketch ideas, all within one interface. Additionally, every iPad app now includes Mac menu-like functionalities, giving users a familiar experience regardless of the device they're using. And this is the part most people miss. Apple Intelligence is getting smarter. Features such as ChatGPT integration with on-screen awareness, an enhanced image playground, and AI-driven shortcuts are pushing the boundaries of what iPads can do. These advancements aren't just gimmicks. They represent a shift toward making technology more intuitive and helpful. Of course, iPadOS 26 Beta 3 isn't the only star in Apple's lineup. The company has simultaneously launched the third testing versions of iOS 26, macOS Tahoe, watchOS 26, tvOS 26, and visionOS 26. It's clear that Apple is doubling down on creating a cohesive ecosystem where all devices work together harmoniously. So, what does this mean for you? Whether you're a developer tinkering with the beta or someone eagerly awaiting the official release later this fall, iPadOS 26 promises to bring significant upgrades. But here's the million-dollar question. Do you think these changes will be enough to make the iPad a true laptop replacement? Or is Apple still missing something crucial? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. 3. iOS 26 Beta 3 revealed. Liquid Glass UI, ChatGPT upgrades, and more. Apple has just launched the third round of developer betas for its upcoming operating systems: iOS 26, iPadOS 26, macOS 26, watchOS 26, and visionOS 26. This latest beta release comes on the heels of the second round, which was made available on June 23rd. The initial set of betas, which included iOS 26, iPadOS 26, watchOS 26, tvOS 26, macOS 26, codenamed Tahoe, and visionOS 26, was introduced by Apple on June 9th, right after the WWDC keynote presentation. The third beta for iOS 26 and iPadOS 26 is identified as build 23A5287G, replacing the previous build 23A5276F. The third beta for macOS Tahoe 26 is designated as build 25A5306G, superseding build 25A5295E. The third beta for watchOS 26 is marked as build 23R5307G, taking the place of build 23R5296F. The third beta for visionOS 26 is labeled as build 23M5290F, replacing build 23M5279F. As of now, there is no third developer beta available for tvOS 26. In line with typical milestone releases, these betas come packed with numerous updates. One of the most striking changes is the introduction of a new user interface aesthetic called Liquid Glass, which incorporates transparency across the operating systems and Apple's native applications. For iOS 26, notable enhancements include a revamped battery management system that optimizes power usage, an upgraded camera application designed to appeal to content creators, improvements to the integration of ChatGPT, enhancing user interaction, updates to AirPods features, providing new functionalities. iPadOS 26 is being transformed into a more robust productivity tool, featuring an improved Files app that enhances usability and speed, the introduction of a preview app, marking a significant addition for PDF handling on the iPad, major updates to window management, allowing for better multitasking. In macOS, users can expect a new phone app that will seamlessly integrate iPhone calls with desktop functionality, a clipboard history feature that significantly boosts productivity, a redesigned Spotlight for more efficient searching. It's important to note that the 26 betas are not the only ones Apple is currently working on. The company is also testing updates for the current generation of operating systems, including iOS 18.6 and macOS 15.6. Apple Insider and Apple strongly recommend that users refrain from installing beta software on their primary devices, especially those critical for daily tasks. The early beta versions are prone to significant issues that could lead to data loss. For the best experience, beta testers should utilize secondary devices and ensure they have comprehensive backups of their important data. For those eager to explore the new features of the upcoming operating systems, it is advisable to wait for the initial public beta releases, which are expected to be available starting in July. Have you noticed any changes in the latest builds? We invite you to share your thoughts with us on Twitter at Apple Insider or at Andrew_OSU, or feel free to email Andrew directly at andrew@appleinsider.com.